All-American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
Art Main, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies located 13 Main Street, South Minot.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, the sports restaurant experience, located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill, everyone's welcome and is our special guest, located in Southwest Minot.
Fiancé Bridal, located in downtown Minot or shop online.
KCJB, 9:10 a.m., Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports, located in 3820 South Broadway.
KIZZ FM Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's best music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, good times to be together.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZTR 105.3 The Fox, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, a family-owned business with 3 locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
KYYX 97 Kicks FM, Minot's hot new country.
MSU Beaver Hockey. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Theater Department, offering the highest quality of entertainment at Minot State.
Forward Communication brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest to connect under one roof.
MSU Bookstore for all of your school supplies and MSU gear, located on campus.
Red and Green, Minot State's official student-run newspaper.
Magic City Hoagies, a locally owned sandwich shop, located in Southwest Minot. Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, and beer, located at Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Mike Blessum, State Farm Insurance Agent at 11th Avenue, Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast.
Hey everybody, welcome to the MSU Saturday Showdown. I'm your host, Leif Bakken, and this is our pregame show for every Saturday. We have a home game at Minot State University. At Herb Parker Stadium, the Beavers are hosting Augustana University Vikings. So we'll be talking with head coach Mike Aldrich later on in the show about what he plans to do against a very good Augustana team. He actually came from Augustana as their defensive coach, so he may know a few tricks in the book coming up. We're out here in the beautiful weather, and it's going to be great. We've got tailgaters behind us filing in, and it's going to be a grand old Saturday morning on the MSU Saturday Showdown, and we hope you join us every Saturday. This is the first, and let's talk to Lane Sarson, who's in the studio at our sports desk.
Thank you, Leif. I'm happy to be here with you today, here on the Saturday Showdown on the very first episode. I'll be in here in the studio while you're enjoying the nice air outside, but I will be able to bring you some news that's going on around the NSIC this weekend. We're going to be talking about some football, some soccer, and we're also going to get a little bit of volleyball in there as well. And thank you, and once again, I'm really happy to be here with you.
Thanks, Lane. Really appreciate it. We'll be talking to Lane more later about what's going on across the NSIC and some MSU events going on as well. Well, let's start and talk about Minot State here and what they did last week against Concordia St. Paul and what they have to do to bring it back against this Augustana team. Minot State made the big trek to the cities to take on Concordia St. Paul last week at Seafoam Stadium in St. Paul, Minnesota. The Beavers started off the game with a strong push down to the Concordia 9-yard line, but were forced to kick a field goal that went wide. Then Lane Torgerson was able to return a punt for 35 yards later on, but Minot State drive would be halted at the Golden Bear 22. Then another field goal attempt would happen, but it would also go wide, so the Beavers remained scoreless, a scoreless game up to this point. By mid-second quarter, the Golden Bears drove down 78 yards and began the scoring 7-0. After halftime, a 70-yard drive in the third quarter upped the ante to 14-0, along with the Golden Bears' field goal later on, making it 17-0 in the third. The Beavers had an excellent drive from their own 25 all the way down to the 13, but they were forced to kick another field goal that was blocked, so the Beavers remained scoreless. Concordia was able to finish off the Beavers, scoring one more to end it off 24-0, and that's where the Beavers come up with the first loss on their first game. Quarterback Zach Cunha, in his 5th year, super senior here at Minot State, completed 15 of 35 attempts with a total of 175 yards, with Levante Bushnell being the leader in those with 4 grabs and 34 yards on those passes. Larry Overstreet had 55 yards rushing and also had a few catches from Cunha. On the defensive side of the ball, Bryce Broom led Minot State in tackles with 9, and Danelle Vercher was close behind at 8. So, not all was lost for the Beavers, but a little bit of a struggle for them trying to go against the Concordia St. Paul team and really trying to get things to work. And now what they got to do is push back and hard against this Augustana University team, because they've just got to get against this good team and show what the Beavers are made of, especially under new coach Mike Aldrich. Mike Aldrich will be joining us in just a little bit here on the KMSU Saturday Showdown. And so we'll be looking for him and asking him what kind of fell apart in that Concordia game and what they need to do to really get things going and push ahead in this Augustana game, hosted right here at Minot State University at Herb Parker Stadium. Kickoff, again, is at 1 o'clock, so don't miss it on MSUBeavers.com or come to the game live here at Herb Parker Stadium. So we'll be back with Coach Mike Aldrich in just a bit on the MSU Saturday Showdown.
All-American trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
Art Main, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies located 13 Main Street, South Minot.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, the sports restaurant experience, located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill, everyone's welcome and is our special guest, located in Southwest Minot.
Fiancé Bridal, located in downtown Minot, or shop online.
KCJB, 9:10 a.m., Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports, located in 3820 South Broadway.
KIZZ-FM, Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's best music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, good times to be together.
KRRZ, 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZTR 105.3 The Fox, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, a family-owned business with 3 locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
KYYX, 97 Kicks FM, Minot's hot new country.
MSU Beaver Hockey. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Theater Department, offering the highest quality of entertainment at Minot State.
Forward Communication brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest to connect under one roof.
MSU Bookstore for all of your school supplies and MSU gear, located on campus.
Red and Green, Minot State's official student-run newspaper.
Magic City Hoagies, a locally owned sandwich shop, located in Southwest Minot. Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, and beer, located at Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Mike Blessum, State Farm Insurance Agent at 11th Avenue, Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast. All-American trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
Art Main, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies located 13 Main Street, South Minot.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, the sports restaurant experience, located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill, everyone's welcome and is our special guest, located in Southwest Minot.
Fiancé Bridal, located in downtown Minot, or shop online.
KCJB, 9:10 a.m., Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports, located in 3820 South Broadway.
KIZZ-FM, Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's best music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, good times to be together.
KRRZ, 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZTR 105.3 The Fox, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, a family-owned business with 3 locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
KYYX 97 Kicks FM, Minot's hot new country.
MSU Beaver Hockey. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Theater Department, offering the highest quality of entertainment at Minot State.
Forward Communication brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest to connect under one roof.
MSU Bookstore for all of your school supplies and MSU gear, located on campus.
Red and Green, Minot State's official student-run newspaper.
Magic City Hoagies, a locally owned sandwich shop, located in Southwest Minot. Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, and beer, located at Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Mike Blessum, State Farm Insurance Agent at 11th Avenue Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast.
Alrighty, we're gonna come on in here and we're gonna take a look at some of the sports going around the NSIC this weekend. First off, we're gonna take a look at football. Minnesota Crookston is looking to bounce back against Mankato after getting trounced by Upper Iowa last week, 44-7. Upper Iowa will be then playing against Minnesota Duluth today at about 1 o'clock as the scheduled kickoff. Concordia St. Paul will be playing Bemidji State today. Concordia will be seeing Beavers back-to-back as they beat Minot State last week 24-0. Northern State faces off against Sioux Falls at 6 o'clock. Winona State will be playing against St. Cloud. Both of these teams are coming off of wins from last week. And lastly, for the conference, the University of Mary will be traveling to Wayne State to try and get their first win of the season. And taking a look at soccer, women's soccer had a couple interesting games last night right here at the Microtel Inn & Suites Minot Classic. We had one double overtime tie and one overtime loss for the Beavers. Augustana and Fort Hays could not settle the score, despite having a combined 23 shots on goal. Emporia State managed to get the best of the Minot State Beavers. Sydney Canales from Minot State took 5 shots on goal, but was unable to find the back of the net. The hero for Emporia would end up being forward Kennedy Hoffman. She took only 1 shot last night, and it happened to be the winning goal. Augustana will be taking on Emporia State at 11 a.m. and the Beavers will be taking on Fort Hays at 2 o'clock. Taking a look over at women's volleyball, Beaver volleyball in particular, they're kind of struggled here at the start of the Northern State Invitational after getting off to a hot start this season of a 3-1. They went the distance against the University of Minnesota Crookston. Shelby Spooler had 22 kills for the Beavers. Cassie Green had 25 for UMC, and Kelsey Green led all teams with 6 blocks. The two schools would alternate sets until the Beavers' eventual demise. Against Minnesota Mankato, the Beavers would get outright swept, dropping the match 0-3. They will have the opportunity, though, to split the tournament today, playing 23rd ranked Northern State University at 12:15 and South Dakota School of Mines and Technology at 4:45. We'll be also looking to hopefully get a good game out of our Beavers here on the gridiron today. But that's all that we've got for Beavers and NSIC sports, and I'll be throwing it back to you, Leaf.
Thanks, Lane. Sounds like there's a lot of good games going on this weekend, and of course we wish the Beavers best of luck in their volleyball tournament down in Aberdeen, and the tournament being hosted here, which will continue tomorrow as the Beavers take on Fort Hays State. I'm here with Benny from Buffalo Wild Wings. How you doing, Benny?
I'm doing great.
That's
doing
awesome.
Great.
Well, you know, big day, first tailgate event and first home game. So what brings you out? What brings Buffalo Wild Wings out to the first tailgate?
We're here to, sample some of our stuff and support our Beavers. A lot of us that are working at Buffalo Wild Wings are all alumni of the Beavers. So it's awesome to support, local and also to support our Beavers.
Very cool. That's awesome that local business come out and support the team. And what's on the menu, I guess, today?
Today we have our fried macaroni and cheese bites. Has a tish bit of bacon inside of them. And let me tell you what, if you haven't had them, folks, you need to come to Buffalo Wild Wings and get them. or come on down today and sample them out. Limited time only.
That sounds really good. I think I've had those the one time I was down there well, not too long ago watching a fight or something. That's one of the fun things I like about Buffalo Wild Wings is, you know, guys have the screens, every sports event going on, you can catch it down there.
Yeah, we definitely do. Like tonight, we're showing the big UFC fight, 215. So if you guys want to come on down and check that out after all the festivities going on today, that'll be awesome.
What other events do you guys attend? Do you guys do anything else other than tailgating, or you guys just kind of stay at home there?
We do a little bit of everything. We're very community oriented, so if there's a chance or opportunity, you know, that we can get in as far as you know, community activities, we try to do it, and you know, we go from there. So we can't do everything, but we do try a lot to you know, suffice everybody and make everybody happy, I guess, in a sense. So.
What's your favorite part about football season?
For me, I'm a huge Cowboys fan, so that to me, that's the best part of it. And also, I just like the camaraderie. Like, everybody has their team, and people come out, and I get to talk a little stuff to them, and you know, and it's great. Like, I've been in sports pretty much all my life, so it makes a difference, and it makes me happy to see so many people interested in sports, and especially our youth.
Well, you look like a football player. What position did you play?
I played wide receiver, actually.
All right.
Yeah.
And you played for the Beavers here
I
as
played
college?
basketball for the Beavers.
All right.
But
awesome. Well, again, Benny with us from Buffalo Wild Wings, one of our underwriters, and we thank you so much for joining us today, and wish you best of luck, and thank you for supporting KMSU as well.
Woo! Go Wings!
Thanks to Benny. We'll be back.
All-American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
Artmain, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies located 13 Main Street, South Minot.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, the sports restaurant experience, located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill. Everyone's welcome and is our special guest. Located in Southwest Minot.
Fiancé Bridal, located in downtown Minot, or shop online.
KCJB, 9:10 a.m., Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Located in 3820 South Broadway.
KIZZ FM Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's best music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream. Good times to be together.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZTR 105.3 The Fox, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, a family-owned business with 3 locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
KYYX 97 Kicks FM, Minot's hot new country.
MSU Beaver Hockey. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Theater Department, offering the highest quality of entertainment at Minot State.
Forward Communication brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest to connect under one roof.
MSU Bookstore for all of your school supplies and MSU gear, located on campus.
Red and Green, Minot State's official student-run newspaper.
Magic City Hoagies, a locally owned sandwich shop, located in Southwest Minot. Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, and beer, located at Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Mike Blessum, State Farm Insurance Agent at 11th Avenue, Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast.
Welcome back to MSU Saturday Showdown. I'm Leaf Bakken, and I'm here with Coach Mike Aldrich, head coach of the Beavers, his first year with the Beavers, and we're going to talk football, obviously. Thanks so much for being on our pregame show, and appreciate you coming over and taking. I know it's been a busy morning for you.
I appreciate it too. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be able to do this.
So let's talk a little bit about the game against Concordia St. Paul last week. Golden Bears kind of stop you in your tracks a couple of times, winning 24-0. What do you think halted the Beavers at those points? They had some big drives, but they got stopped each time.
Well, I think for us, we didn't finish. You know, we had some really good drives, especially our first one of the game. Drove down the field, got into the red zone, and ate up 6 minutes of the clock, which was exactly what we wanted to do. And put ourselves in position to kick a field goal and put points on the board, and you know, we just missed it. Would have loved to gotten those points. You know, kind of the old quote is 82% of the teams that score first win, and so you want to be able to be the first one that does that. And then we came back out. We had a couple of really good defensive series, and we went right back down there again on offense. And then we missed another field goal. It's partially blocked, but we still it misses. So there's two trips to the red zone to start the game that we in the first quarter we came away with nothing. And I think that was probably the biggest reason for our failure in that game, was that we started strong, but we didn't finish. And then it kind of carried over, and you know, defensively we did a pretty good job in the first half of really holding our own and not really giving up any big plays and keeping us in the game. And then coming out in the second half, they hit us on a big run right away, and then they were able to kind of pounce on that, and then they really had the momentum, and we weren't ever really able to get it back.
Now, I know there's two big plays that were kind of highlighted for the Golden Bears at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half, like you were just saying. Are you seeing a little fatigue in the middle of the game from your guys right now? Is that what we're seeing, or is it just kind of just a missed play? I mean,
well, I think the big pass and catch at the end of the first half, they got it was a questionable whether or not the receiver had a push off on our DB, but he's 6'5" and our DB's 5'10", and so he's got a height advantage. They threw the ball to him quite a bit. He was definitely a factor in the first half. Then they score a touchdown. Our defensive back does a great job. Qdoba jumps the pass and should have picked it, and went through his hands, and their receiver caught it off of the deflection. So it's kind of an unlucky bounce for us, but you know, like I told our guys, bad teams have lucky things go against us, and good teams, lucky things just happen for you, and that's all just because of the preparation, and you kind of put yourself in that. And then to start the second half, when they hit that 56-yard run, I don't think fatigue was there. I just think that we had a couple guys made a couple mistakes and didn't take the right angles. And you know, as much as I didn't like that, I think that at the end of the day we can look back on it, and there's a couple pieces we can really learn from that to not let that kind of run happen again.
So kind of moving on today, you use that loss as power, fire in the belly to go after Augustana University, where you came from. You've coached there. Do you have any tricks that you have up your sleeve that you know what these guys are going to do and you can adjust to them?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, it's I haven't been there for 5 years, so there's one player left on the team that I recruited. It's a different coaching staff, all those things. So you know, we're basically judging our game plan off of what we saw from them last week. Typically early in the season, you also draw your game plan off the end of last year. But their offense graduated about 9 players, so it's a totally different squad on that side of the ball. So we're pretty much focused on how they played last week, and then defensively they returned 10 starters. So it gives us, we've got a little bit more of a sample to really dissect and figure out what they're trying to do and how they do it. So I wouldn't say there isn't any necessarily special tricks up my sleeve for this one. But I will say that our game plan is to definitely attack them both sides of the ball.
And I got to attend the luncheon yesterday and listen to what your guys had to say and what you had to say about coming into this game. And what was said is, tell me if I'm wrong, they've got a young running back that likes to go outside, and so the defense has to bring him in, and the defense is a little bit slower, so if our offense can be quick and keep the block up front, we've got a really good chance to stick right there with this team.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we need to be able to stop the run, and that's not their Augustana's strong point anyways, but we need to be able to stop the run, contain their backs, and then force them to rely on the pass, which is what they had to do last week, and they weren't real effective with that either. And then as we look at our offense against their defense, they're a little bit slower than Concordia, but they're much more sound and physical. So it presents a whole different set of issues that we have to adjust for. But it'll be when a team is more disciplined in how they do things on defense, it's a little bit easier to prepare for them, and now you just actually have to physically be able to dominate them.
Last question for you. Home opener, first game at home for the Beavers. Are you nervous?
I'm as nervous as any game, which is, you know, I've played sports for a long time, been coaching for a long time, and the feeling never changes. You know, you're excited to play and excited for the guys to get out there and play. And, you know, for us, we got done with our pregame meetings and breakfast and everything. It was 10 o'clock, and now we got to wait 3 hours to play a football game. That gets tiring on the nerves a little bit. You just want to go and let's get ready and play.
You just want it to happen, right?
Yep, that's right.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Head coach Mike Aldrich of the MSU Beavers taking on the Augustana University Vikings at Herb Parker Stadium. Kickoff is at 1 o'clock. Thank you again, Coach. We'll send it to our underwriters, and we'll be back to cap this one off, the first MSU Saturday Showdown pregame show.
All-American trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
Art Main, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies located 13 Main Street, South Minot.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, the sports restaurant experience, located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill. Everyone's welcome and is our special guest. Located in Southwest Minot.
Fiance Bridal, located in downtown Minot or shop online.
KCJB, 9:10 a.m., Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Located in 3820 South Broadway.
KIZZ FM Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's best music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream. Good times to be together.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZTR 105.3 The Fox, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, a family-owned business with 3 locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
KYYX 97 Kicks FM, Minot's hot new country.
MSU Beaver Hockey. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Theater Department, offering the highest quality of entertainment at Minot State.
Forward Communication brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest to connect under one roof.
MSU Bookstore for all of your school supplies and MSU gear, located on campus.
Red and Green, Minot State's official student-run newspaper.
Magic City Hoagies, a locally owned sandwich shop, located in Southwest Minot. Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, and beer, located at Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Mike Blessum, State Farm Insurance Agent at 11th Avenue, Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast.
And welcome back, everybody, to the MSU Saturday Showdown. I'm Leif Bakken with Lane Sarston by my side. And Lane, I think we've had a successful show so far.
It's gone great so far. I've had a great time. Unfortunately, I got stuck inside for the most part, but you were out here enjoying the nice weather.
I tell you what, it's been a beautiful morning. A little bit of a breeze coming through that blows things around a little bit, but it is awesome out here. Really encourage everyone to come and take in the football game at Herb Parker Stadium here in Minot, North Dakota, or check it out on msubeavers.com. You can't feel the weather when you're watching it online, but we'll be able to tell you about it. I'll be doing some play-by-play on msubeavers.com along with my partner Anthony Battle, so you can catch us at 1 o'clock kickoff. Lane, let's talk about today's game a little bit. Again, we just heard Coach talk about what Minot has to do against Augustana. And I think the big thing is going to be Augustana's got what he said was 10 defensive starters coming back.
Yep.
So the big thing is going to be being physical and pushing hard against this Augustana team. And if you can stand them up and keep that defense off your offense, I think you've got a really good shot, and I think the Beavers really have a good shot coming up.
They do. And one thing you mentioned earlier, too, is the Beavers scoring first. And if they do that,
Right.
and then that'll give that defense, as you're mentioning now, that extra motivation to really just kind of defend their offensive teammates and really just kind of give them that extra motivation of sorts, you know?
Young offense coming in from Augustana, so that's what's happening there, and I think the Beaver defense should hopefully be able to get that figured out. Again, I was at the luncheon yesterday, and they talked about Bryce Broom, one of the defensive leaders, the safety, talked about how do you what they need to do, and it's going to be keeping that running back inside. This running back likes to run outside of the tackles a lot, so the key is to keep him inside and center, plug the holes up, keep things tight right there, and that's going to be the success for the Beavers.
Yeah, and it all starts there, because if they are able to shut down the running game, then they're forced to pass, and then they become predictable.
Right. Well, let's talk a little bit more about what's going on across the league. Like you talked about earlier, Lane, you've got a couple of very good games going on. This Concordia St. Paul Bemidji State game should be pretty good, happening at 4 p.m. Our rival University of Mary taking on Wayne State at 6, so a good nightcap there.
Yep.
A very good Sioux Falls team and Northern State team going at it at 6 as well. Sioux Falls did very well last year, as did Bemidji, so those are two key teams to watch throughout the season, along with Minnesota State University Mankato, who's always been a good team, and they're taking on Minnesota Crookston also at 1 o'clock. So
Got a lot
big
of games going
there.
on.
Yeah. Big weekend for the Beavers, so going to be impressive to watch the Beavers play some volleyball and soccer, but most importantly, watching football. Today at 1 o'clock, the Beavers kick off against Augustana University. I'm Leif Bakken.
And I'm Lane Sarson.
This has been the MSU Saturday Showdown. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Go Beavers!